Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I just realized with my last episode that there were some things that I forgot to mention, but also I have talked on them at the same time in previous podcast episodes. But overall it's a part 2 to the last episode, titled "Can I Be Cool with Haters?" There were some things I wanted to add that I didn't add in that episode. No, I remember that there was a time where, and I've talked on this before, but for those that didn't know of that situation or didn't hear that podcast episode, I think I did talk about it on my podcast. But anyways, regardless, so there was a time when I think everybody knows who this guy is, but just a robot. Where it was him, and then it was another person that reached out to me. And this was after the situation that went down on Twitch. So, but they reached, or the one had, so it was just the robot's friend that reached out to me first. And I thought, things between me and him was chilled. But he started acting a little bit weird. So, I remember at one point I had followed the guy, but I unfollowed him because I'm like, no, that guy is weird. And I think I even removed him as a follower from Twitter. I didn't know that they had that feature. I knew other platforms had that feature, but I didn't know Twitter had that feature. So I removed him as a follower because I was like, no, this guy, he's being weird. He's acting funny. I'm like, something don't seem right with this. So then not too long later, then he was trying to have me and just the robot sit in some Discord call and talk. And I'm like, fam, there is no talking, because if you sit down and look at how that whole situation between me and just the robot started, I was so I defended YouTubers that were being attacked. It would be no different if he was defending people in the commentary community that was being attacked. I'm 100% sure at some point in time, if it hasn't happened already, I promise you it will happen, where if the commentary community that makes videos like his, if they were to get attacked, actually, no. Take backsies. He had to defend himself one time because he said some stuff. So my thing is this: what makes it any different from you defending yourself and me defending myself and others that were doing videos? That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. So anyways, but he wanted to, I guess, have a conversation. I'm like, whatever he can say, he can type it out on Twitter or wherever. I'm like, he's contacted me before on Twitter, so what makes it different now? And then that's what the guy goes on to say, is that he's dyslexic. I'm like, you mean to tell me all this time nobody has ever mentioned that? Nobody has ever told me that. It's not something to bring up or anything. I don't really care. But at the same time, it's like, fam, this dude has made numerous tweets. He has posted numerous videos. I would imagine, my thing is this: if he had all that time to reach out to me, have all these arguments on social media and comment sections and all that stuff, all of a sudden now he has dyslexia. What? Nah, bro. I'm not trying to say anything rude, because I know people, they'll TMossBoss got something against the dyslexic community. But no, here's the thing. I have friends that are overall dyslexic. And I don't know, they should. I feel like that's something that would actually be helpful to people. If iPhones or phones or just overall just any electronic device, they came out with a thing for people that have that is it a disorder? I think I don't know. Because I feel like it's just kind of too far out calling it a disease and stuff. So a disorder, I believe. I don't know what what it necessarily is, but I ain't trying to say anything offensive and things. But regardless, they should have something out there like that. But even if they don't, there have been friends that I know that that have that they are dyslexic. and they can still type on social media. In fact, there was one guy that, we're not friends anymore because I found out he was a Trump supporter, and me and him got into an argument. I think it was about the Capitol riots and stuff. And he was, he said, I can't necessarily remember what he said, and I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna leave it as that. Or it was either that, or it was the protesting that had happened, the Black Lives Matter protesting that happened 2 years ago. I think it was that. It was definitely that. It was definitely that. So, anyways, me and him got into it. Just a robot, me and him, we gotten into it numerous times on social media. Why all of a sudden, when it comes down to take accountability and some sort of responsibility, for your actions, all of a sudden now you have dyslexia to where you can't overall just simply, because my thing is this. Each and every person from Just the Robots community that's reached out to me, there have been some that overall was they just reaching out to me for toxic reasons and stuff. But when they're trying to overall be cool with me, they usually apologize, for the stuff. And I'm saying if the fans can apologize, why can't he not apologize? And do you see why I have trust issues with people that I have beef with and things? You see why I'm you know what? No, just don't talk to me. Don't reach out to me. Don't say nothing unless you apologizing. Okay. But if you're not apologizing and for some reason you want to have this private for what reason? Why all of a sudden you want to have a private conversation? He's like, oh, you can. I think it was either him, Just a Robot, or it was his friend that was like, oh, you can record the conversation if you want to. I'm like, no, we can have this conversation on Twitter, live, whatever. Because no, the thing is that I wasn't thinking, and I was like, fam, I should have just overall just live streamed the whole conversation. But I'm like, nah, I was just like, at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want to have no conversation with those guys because I already know that it's overall going to be something stupid. Now I'm all like, I ain't there for it. If he reaches out to me, only thing that needs to be said is hey, I apologize for the videos I had made on you. It was wrong for me. I'm saying if you got it where people that's younger than him, freaking kids reaching out to me, telling me that they apologize for the stuff that they said and did, what's his deal? I'm saying it's fam, I would imagine that we're roughly around the same age, if not. He may be older, he may be younger, but I'm saying it's regardless of the age and things, fam, if I did something and I was in the wrong, I apologize for it, okay? Whether it was a work interaction, content creating interaction, any other forms of social media interactions. If I said, because no, I remember that there was a point in time where it was me and a friend of mine from school. We got into an argument on Twitter one time. I reached out because I was I felt like that I was in the wrong. Even though I was confused on, what I was overall saying. It was over some dumb stuff. But anyways, I was confused on some stuff that I was posting about. And, me and her, we got into an argument about it. And no, I reached out and I was just hey, I apologize. I was in the wrong for the things because I was getting to the point where I wasn't even arguing. I was just flat out just roasting them guys. And I was it was her, it was a few other people, some other random people. And I remember I reached out to each and every one of those people and was apologizing because I was fam, I was immature. And that was at a point in time when I loved arguing on the internet. But now I've gotten older and I'm all fam, I don't even want to talk unless it's people that I'm trying to help or people that I'm cool with. That I'm that's the one and only time that I'm trying to talk with people. But other than that, it's all the arguing stuff. I am not for it. I don't care about it. I ain't trying to do that stuff no more. That is behind me. So, yeah, I'm all that extra stuff. I'm fam, if we could just have a one tweet conversation, you shoot your tweet, I shoot my tweet, cool, dope. All that needs to be done. But the arguing, debating, all that stuff, I'm not for that anymore. I do not like it, okay? It is a pet peeve. It is a thing that I hate with a passion. I don't like arguing with people. So I'm like, it's stuff like that where it's like people will hear that and they're all like, oh, that's a sign that maybe I should just go out and argue with him on social media. No, I will ban or block you depending on the website that we're on. Because I know that there's some websites that have blocks and there's some websites that have bans. All right. If you see me in person and want to argue, I will walk away from the situation. If you follow me, I swear I'm going to punch you square in your face. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear any of that stuff. I've gotten to a point in time where I'm like, look, my arguing days are over. I'm like, there's been times where I'll post about things on like social media and friends will try to like reach out. Because it's just me, it's literally me just doing my job as a content creator, talking about things. And people are all like, you want to reach out and argue and stuff. And I'm like, nope, I'm just going to delete the post and just be like, I ain't arguing with y'all. I'm like, you guys want to argue? You can look in the mirror and you can have the greatest argument of all time with yourself. But with me, no, I am done with that, okay? But no, it's like that's overall where I know it was like that's what that situation was gonna be. It's like, you know, maybe it is me being paranoid, but at the same time, why does he want to talk behind? Like, honestly, there's one of my friends and she's more paranoid than me, and I probably am gonna ask her, you know, like, but it like sit down and think about it though. Your people that you've beef with and they never apologize, or they're not, you know, you don't know necessarily if you chilled with them or not, and they want to have a private conversation. Let's place that in a real, like, you know, life example and things, right? Let's say it's, you know, a rival, like two rival gang members, right? And then one is like, oh, hey, let's meet up in this warehouse, this abandoned warehouse out in the middle of nowhere where there's no buildings, there's nothing. This is a private area. Let's meet out in this private area and talk. If that gang member that's being told that, if they show up to it, I promise you they're going to be on the news. And they're going to be on the news all like either body found at abandoned warehouse or this person's been missing for weeks now. One or the two. But it's going to be a negative situation, all right? If it's not something where it's all like, hey, let's go to this mall and squash this beef, or let's meet up somewhere and squash this beef. And they show up and they actually there to squat, or they just reach out, even if it ain't even that, like if they just see them out in public and things. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna place like the example where I had talked to that kid from you know, he left a comment underneath my channel a few months ago. So it's like let's see if it is that, and it's all like, oh, you know, it's they just randomly see me out in public and I'm like, hey man, I just want to apologize for all that, you know, the gang violence that we was in. And then the gang, oh man, you know, it's all chill, cool. They friends, they chilled and stuff. They don't even have to be friends, but it's like the beef has been squashed. So now when they see each other in public, they ain't gotta pull guns out and get the shooting. They chill, they cool with each other. So it's like it's things like that where it's like I respect that more than somebody trying to talk to me privately. You had all this time. My thing is this: you have all this time to say what you need to say. You very well could have said it on like Twitter. I'm pretty sure he's still making tweets till this day. But you want to have and I'm like, fam, no. It's like if you really, it's like you. And then it was funny because I remember, I think it was sometime, I can't remember exactly when, I think it was around the same time when that situation happened. And he, and somebody had asked him, would you ever make a video on TMossBoss again? And he goes on to say, the next time I make a video, or he was like, the only reason why I'll make a video on TMossBoss is if he gets arrested or something. And it's like, fam, see, it's stuff like that. It is stuff like that where it's like, and you wonder why you're not chilled with people. Yeah, you're chilled with people that think like you, but you're not chilled with just random people. I can chill with random people. You, on the other hand, it's like you gotta hide who you are from random people. I can go. The thing is this. And I think after this, I'm gonna just go ahead and just end off this podcast episode. Even though I'm gonna try to like drag this out for 2 minutes and stuff, or a minute and a half. But anyways, I could go out in public, rock a TMossBoss hoodie, rock a TMossBoss hat, rock TMossBoss shoes, have a whole TMossBoss outfit decked out. Okay, decked out. People will confront me and be like, "Hey, what does TMossBoss mean?" I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm a YouTuber. This is my YouTube name. This is who I am. They go online. They search my name up. They see my videos. I see them next time. They're like, oh my God, bro. They even have a choice on If they see me next time, they could come up and approach me and be like, oh man, love your videos. If they don't like my videos, fam, I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to be like, oh no, you have to like my videos. I'm like sitting there arguing with them. If they don't like my videos, they don't like my videos. Oh well, there's 28 other thousand people that seem to like my videos. So I'm like, I'm not even tripping about that. But let's say if it's a situation where like, but they know me, they know what I'm into, they know what I do as a day-to-day job. They know who I am. They really know who I am now. They know it, like when they don't know everything about me, but they just know that I'm a content creator. Now let's say same situation, same scenario. Just a robot. He goes out in public. He's wearing his merch. He's wearing whatever, that overall shows. And he tells people are going to look at that content because, see, here's the thing. I can laugh and crack jokes like, it's things where it's like, I will watch those type of things like with just random people, like the videos that I watch and stuff. Because I'm like, I feel like at the end of the day, I'm gaining a random audience. I'm not like, going just for one particular group. I'm going in for everybody, right? That's overall my goal with YouTube is that I'm trying to attract one big giant audience of just a bunch of different, groups and communities on YouTube. Him, on the other hand, he's going after one community. And I feel like that in most cases, people will look at his content and be like, well, what is like, what's the idea? Why are you like so angry or upset? What did this person do to you? I feel like a lot of people would just kind of like, kind of be on like on the edge of like talking with him and stuff. Cause they're all like, hey, yo, this man might go crazy on us or something. So like, let's just agree with him. But if not that, Just a Robot is going to hide who he is as a person. He ain't going to go out and about and, talk on who he is and stuff. So that's why I'm like, I just feel like that, that's another reason why I'm just overall not chilled with anybody that I beef with is because they hide who they are as a person. They can't go out in public and be who they... Look at this situation with Minnesota Boy when I kept telling him, I'm like, okay, this energy, this racist energy that you have towards white people, take that energy, hold on to it. Next time you see a white person out in public, you tell them the same thing in your videos. What does he do? He goes and makes some random white person feel bad about slavery. And it's like, fam, how does that person have it? That guy is probably still confused till this day about that whole interaction. Why did this black man with a camera approach me and start making me feel bad about something that happened 200 years before I was born? Like, what did I do? What did I do? Fam, I'm just trying to go into Starbucks and get me some, like, a caramel frappuccino. Then all of a sudden I get ambushed by a black guy and his friend, the cameraman, and I start feeling bad about slavery. This man's probably like going to all these meetings and meetups all like, I'm sorry, people, I'm sorry. I didn't realize what I had did to you guys. And they're looking at him like, what did you do? You didn't even do nothing. So anyways, and that being said, yeah, these past two episodes, like, it should answer your question, like, on if where it stands with me and people that I've beefed with before in the past. So but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from GEEK, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.